Okay, here's some things on how to get the rest of your tournament going and how to run it once you get there. So we've already gone through. I always double check all of my settings before I do everything else. So I go in here to settings, check on events, click through these and make sure that everything looks the way that I need them to. I can check on my registration, per school caps, things like that, sectioning. Here's where I can set my default section sizes. So for a dramatic interp running around 10 minutes a piece, I try not to make more than 6 in a round. So that would be my max in there. My minimum, I would say, is 4 and 4. However, you may not have that many, so I might even leave out minimum section size. But default is about 4 for me. You can either block out, do things. I like to live update text email blasts on when we publish things. We don't want to auto-publish results because we don't want them to see things as they go. And I just save my settings and make sure that I do that for everything. On tabulation, I make sure that it's got online ballots clicked. Here, we don't need speaker points for IEs. You could set a minimum word count for comments. However, I found when that happened last year, they weren't able to submit very well. So I leave that blank and just remind people to comment, comment, comment. And I save my tab settings here. So then here in ballots and rules, if you wanted to, you could copy and paste in the rules that come from NSDA or UDCA about each event. Or you could just type up a quick little blurb about what dramatic interp is. This is a one-person event about 10 about serious things in nature, may have some humor, but overall more serious, may play multiple characters, etc. And you can say what you want them to judge on. You are looking for clear story, characters, and well articulated. And then you could save that and they would see that when they go in to judge that round. So I'm going to leave this. I'm going to let you decide whether you want to do that. On Student Congress, you could put out titles and make seating charts and things like that. I don't. I just let them do that. However, on tabulation, we want to make sure that we've got online ballots. Fill in from 9 on. Save your tab settings. Chambers, default chamber size is usually around 18. I do not usually let it go over 25, just simply because it's way too many people to try and do. Judges may judge their own school, so you can have 3 judges in there because it's very hard in Congress to find anyone who's not from any school. And again, live updates and save settings. Make sure your registration is good and just go through and check all those. And I'll go through and double check those today too to help out, but you may want to go through and just make sure it's the way you want it as well. I double check my judges, that I've got things set up the way that I want that way, that they have required their linked accounts, which we already had going, but I just double check everything like I say. Double check our schedule, that things are when you want them to be, and then checking your sites and rooms, making sure the rooms that you want are active or inactive and ready to go. Once you're done with that, now it's on to making sure that you've got your rooms for which events where you want them. So here's where you can do that. You go to paneling and click on rooms, click on pool rooms, and then over here you haven't created any pools, so we need to create pools. So you could just do IEs overall, debate overall, or you could put in Congress and have create a Congress pool, and you would click in Congress 1 and Student Congress, and then keep adding. Let's see if it's going to do it for us here. My computer is thinking, I apologize. There you go. So, and it made an extra one, I don't know why. Okay, so now we would create a new one over here on this side, and we could create this one as policy. Go. And then over here you could then go to CX1 and you get all of policy debate, and it's automatically added all of those to there. So you just keep going through and doing this as well. And you add all from public forum. And it's just going to keep updating and adding all of those. I will try to double check back that you've done that and made it sure okay. Then you can come over here to pull your rooms. You click on Congress, and then you select which rooms that you would like to use for this, just by over here. So you just click on it. You want 2 rooms for Congress, you've got 2 rooms for Congress. Or if you want to take them off, you just put them over there. Anything that's in pink you have marked as not available or unusable, so don't pick on the red ones. Once you've clicked on these and put them in, if I go to another thing over here, it's going to show over here what else they're being used for, so that you can know which one you're pairing against, if you're doing panels, or just what's already being used so you don't use them again. I'm going to take those off. Now, to know how many rooms you're going to need for things, this is where your reports tab is awesome. You click over here in reports, click on total counts, and over here it tells you how many entries you have in each event and the minimum amount of rooms that we have set based on our event settings here. So if we set our minimum size of sectioning, so our default section 4, maximum 6, save settings, all of those things are going to be set when we go over to your things, and it'll tell you how many rooms to be. So then you just write down how many rooms you need, go over here to your paneling and rooms, and put in that many rooms for whatever you're going to do in the pool room section. Let me know and I'll double check back with you on these things, or email me if you're having problems with that. Once you've got everything set up, you've got your rooms put together, you've got your events all set and ready to go, now you're on to paneling. For IEs, you can do this very easily. You can come in here and go into rounds, and you can panel all non-debate rounds with a click of a button. And you just do this. You make sure your default section sizes are where you want based on what you've gone, and it'll have your room numbers and everything else, and you just click panel all events. It will add in your judges, everything else. However, to make changes and things like that, or to do your debate events, or if you want to just do them manually for each IE event, which I sometimes like to do, you come over here into schematics. When you're doing this, you click on chamber this round only. So let's say I'm doing debate or Congress, I'm going to chamber this round. Number of chambers, I don't know why it's saying 4, because you have competitors 64. You're going to have 4 rooms of Congress. That is cool. You could make it 3 if you wanted to, or 4. This would be your lower side with bigger rooms. This would be a good average size. Completely up to you. If you're going to have 1 judge or 3 judge, you can put this here. It'll assign rooms, place a parliamentarian, and then you click section. So I'm going to put 3 judges, place a parliamentarian, and I assign rooms, and section it. And so here it's going, and here we have no judge because we don't have enough judges for 3 in each room, which is possible. And in that case, you maybe only want to do 1 judge or 2, or you can make sure everyone's got their judges in. I'll show you how to check that here as well, just a second. Then you can assign rooms here, because we didn't have any rooms in our pool yet. It didn't do that. But normally we'll come up with those here. Just double check your rooms that they're actually coming from the pool that you want them to, and like that. Session 2 will be exactly the same, unless you want to chamber both rounds as the same. And there's that. So you've got that going. Now if you want to erase rounds, if you want to move kids around, you can go to hand chamber. You can move kids from which session to which session and things like this. You can assign hand place rooms, you can hand place judges, etc. A way to make sure that things are good or to change things around. So like you get into your tournament, you started, but you know that there aren't people there and so they're not showing up to their room. Click on the room number or the round and you'll see these people here. You can drop them. If you want to find them as well for not being shown up, you can find them here. And then here you'll see, if you click on the clean without assignments, it'll show you who else is available and ready to go to judge. If you have people that are there and aren't being used and you're going to put them in another event but they're not in that pool, you can come down here to add literally any judge, and here you can pick from all of the other judges that you've got. And so they can come up and you can pick them out from here and add them into that round. And that you can do with everything. Then, if you are like, this isn't right, we're going to restart from scratch, which is what I'm going to do for you because we're not ready yet. We can just go to erase round. You want to delete it? Yes. You're going to be certain? Yes. And it's going to ask you if you're certain. And you say, yes, I am certain. Anything before rounds start, do this. It's okay. It won't kill anything. And you're all right to go. All right. So once you've got it sessioned and ready to go, you go over here, publish on the web, click go, and this will send out everything online. Then you click here on blast emails and texts. You click go, and it will blast a text and email to everyone about where their round is and what time it's happening, etc. Beauty thing is that we can have everything set Thursday night, Friday morning, have everything set and ready to go. And then when they get there, if judges don't show up, all you have to do is then make sure to switch out judges as you go. Again, same thing with all these others. You click on auto pair debaters, and it's going to assign judges and rooms. You can auto assign judges, etc., things like that. And you can hand place rooms. You can auto assign rooms. It'll fill in. Again, when you're ready, you publish on web, go. If someone's not there as a judge, click on them there. And you can click on assignments here. If someone's judging somewhere else and you need to play musical judges, you can. Just click, if you want to find them for being no-shows, replace and find. Go back here and just make sure that you're good to go. It's not showing double done yet because of rooms and judges, and you don't have enough judges. Once it does, it'll double flight those rooms again like you're supposed to. So don't panic when it does that. Again, I'm going to erase this round until we are ready to go. All right, to know if your people have judges or not, and we should probably email them today if this is the case, go to your reports and you can look at judge obligations. So all of these in red, pink here, tell us how many people are missing judges. Here's where I would go in and go emails, compose a new email, and I'm just going to do this for you if you don't mind right now. Judges missing, Davis, Dart, missing judges. Coaches, please get your judges in ASAP so that we don't have to drop any of your entries and that everything will run smoothly this weekend. Thank you. Reminder that they need to tab room account and bring a device with them. And then you go over here, coaches short on judges. This will only email those judges or coaches with judges, and everyone else doesn't have to worry about it. So I'm going to send this to them, and it's going out, and life will be good for you there. So lots of things going on, but it's totally manageable. These are some things for you to look at and start doing. Biggest thing for you to do today or tomorrow is to make sure your sites and rooms are there, that we've gone through our events and made sure your default sections and sectioning is good, and that everything is online. So going through all of that, and then making sure your rooms are paneled, making sure you have all your pools made, and that the pool rooms are set with what rooms you want where. I don't know where hallways are, what room might be best for what event, so I'm not, unless you want me to go through and just start assigning rooms, I will, based on what's here. But you can also, in here in sites and rooms, if you want me to do that, you can put some notes about, like, this is a computer room, this is a small room, this is not good for interps, whatever. That helps you to know what rooms are good when you're paneling your rooms as well. Hopefully this isn't too confusing for you. Re-watch as many times. Send me questions about what I didn't answer, or what questions you might have now. But if you get those couple things done, event settings, your sites and rooms, and paneling your rooms, then everything else will be ready for us to panel and get set and ready to go as we get going there. And good luck, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.